Hello everyone. Today I would like to tell you a short talk on sequence. Number 1. First, the speaker started students writing their name at the top in a capital letter when they got their test. Next, he advised them to read directions carefully and mark their answer on the answer sheet. After that, he started telling her if they didn't have a pencil. Finally, she reminded students to turn their test and then they may go home. Number 2. First, the speaker welcomed the audience to the concert and introduced Miss Tukim, play violin concerto. Next, she announced that the concert that evening would be preceded by a brief talk by Professor Robert Simon on history of violin. Mr. Simon had lectured on violin all around the world. After that, she said, after performance, they would go to the lobby to enjoy refreshment. Finally, she introduced the director, who would introduce Mr. Simon. Number 3. First, the speaker asked visitors to sign in at the desk and to get visitors' pass when entering the building. He reminded them to lure that pack because they would need to wear it when they were in the building. Next, he started them waiting for escort to accompany with them to their destination, and must be also escorted in back to receptionist. After that, he reminded them to sign out and return their pass when leaving. Finally, he thanked for their cooperation. Number 4. First, the speaker got customer attention. She announced that the store had been closed in 15 minutes, and she asked them to take all their purchase to the cashier then. Next, she advised if they were buying 5 or fewer items and were paying with cash, they could zero express checkout line. After that, she started having their receipt ready to show the guard when leaving the store. Finally, she reminded them to check to make sure all their items was right size and color before they pay because they didn't accept return. Number 5. First, the speaker announced that after the news was their weekend weather report. Next, she said that their reporter Tom Terrell would interview Susan Gilbert about her new book, How to Get Rich in Stock Market. And she was renowned expert on investing and finance and write the weekly newspaper column You and Your Money. And she thought that should be an informative show. Finally, she introduced Peter Cook with the news. Number 6. First, the speaker announced that there should be a large turnout for National Day Parade afternoon before, and it would be preceded by a speech by Mayor and Chief of Police. Next, he said everyone was invited to enjoy barbecue and fireworks at the city park in the evening. After that, he reminded people to attend the morning soccer game at the National Stadium, and he started arriving early if they want to be sure getting a visit. Finally, he said those was free. Number 7. First, the speaker announced that a few changes had been made to their conference schedule because scheduling conflict, and Professor Jamieson would speak immediately following lunch instead of before. Next, he said that the morning coffee would be served in Front Hall, uh, instead of dining room, and the morning workshop would begin at 10 o'clock as originally scheduled. However, afternoon session wouldn't begin until 1:30. Finally, he introduced Mr. Carter, giving the opening talk. Number 8. First, the speaker announced that the president had left that day for a visit to Latin America, and he would have first to meet at Mexico City with leaders from Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico. Finally, she said following a few days of the rest at a Mexican beach resort, he would go on to meeting with head of state in Peru and Ecuador. And in addition, he would tour factory and meet with union leaders in both countries. Number 9. First, the speaker congratulated customer on becoming an owner of the press or preface 2010 bread making machine, and he wanted to know if they were sure to enjoy the luxury of helping press bake bread every day right in their own home. Next, he commented it was easy to use their new bread machine and guide that. Choosing a recipe from instruction book, assembling and measuring their ingredients, then placing them in machine. Finally, he thought at the bread bake, they wouldn't be able to wait for their first taste. Number 10. First, the speaker said the student could register for class by phone and avoid the long line of registration office. Next, she started calling 332-2445 and pressing 1 if they were a new student or pressing 3 if they were a returning student, and telling her their security number and the class number. After that, she reminded them to hang up after they had selected all their classes, enter their credit card number.